Me up from my nap. My fault. Hey, I'm gonna be right back. I'll be right back. 1 second. 1 second. I'll be right back. One second. Oh man, how's it going, guys? Oh, buying the blood. What's going on, guys? Shit. How you guys doing? Ah, man, I went to a. What's up? I went to my favorite spot, Lupita's Fish Tacos. This was around like it's only 3 o'clock. Got back at like 4:30. I was like, I'm gonna take a little nap. And I told the kids, the wife, I was like, wake me up at like 5:15. They're like, yeah, no problem. And then I literally just woke up. They woke me up like, hey, weren't you supposed to be streaming? I was like, yeah. What time is it? You know, they're like, oh, it's like 6 o'clock. I'm like, oh man, oh man, what's going on? What's up? Yes, what's up, Venna? What's up, real Maj? Theyre slays the ghost of hustle culture. Yeah, let's do it. Oh man, what did I miss? What's everything? How's everything going? Any major news just happened or anything? I think Trump's gonna not do the war thing. Yeah. Wow. Hmm. I was checking out the markets, see what's going on. What? Yeah, what's up with this data hack? What's up with these 16 billion data breach or whatever, passwords and all kinds of stuff? Have you guys been seeing a lot of crazy stuff happening? I'm having to connect my VPN. It's just odd, man. What the hell is going on here? One second, guys. Sorry, I'm getting weird messages. Wow. Yeah, I tried to put on Coin Market Cap just now, and it was like, this is MetaMask. You're in a major data breach. I'm like, what? You did too? Okay. Yeah, I just tried to check out CMC. They're like, you're literally about to get internet raped. You're done. Dude, thank you. Yeah, it's amazing light. I'll see how long I go, man. I'm a mess. You want the Coin Gecko? I can't even see my computer screen. Who cares? Whatever. Market hasn't recovered yet, right? Ain't gotta rush. I just wanna take it nice and slow. Tell me what you wanna do. I broke through the matrix? Possibly. I don't know what I did. Mods, if I'm getting trolled, just send them to the abyss. I can't even. I'm just waking up. I'm an easy target right now. I'm in a daze right now. Not gonna lie to you. Oh, I hate being late. I hate being late, especially on stream. Can't stand it. You bought Boss Burgers on the dip. Nice to see you, Jason Carnes. Steve Reeds. What up, Theyre? What's happening, bro? I have no idea. I just literally woke up from a serious slumber. From a serious slumber. That comment was wild. I didn't even see it. See, I'm just like, whatever. I don't even know anymore. Yo, there is nobody around, man. Crypto is just us, man. There's literally just us. There's nothing else going on. Your favorite YouTuber, outside of me, with a lot of followers, stopped going live. If they were going live, they stopped. If they were just doing videos, they stopped doing that. They're not doing anything. What's that guy's name? Crypto John? I used to watch him a lot. I'm not hating on him. It's just he's like a perfect example of a fair weather YouTuber. When when the market is just nothing going on. No. When the market's bubbling up and it looks like he's about to break out. He's like, hey guys, I'm gonna do lives again. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do my 30-minute live stream. And then when the market starts to slow, stops doing live streams. Stops doing live streams. What's going on here? What happened? Pierre Angelo, what's going on? How you doing? It's a buyer's market? I know. Alex Becker. Listen, we're about to freaking bust out of here, and I'm holding a gun, and I'm not all a shirt on. Oh, you know, and then the market slows down. He's like, bye. I'm not gonna say anything. Bitcoin hits like 112. It's Alex Becker. Oh my gosh, you're about to freaking get nutted on with all this freaking market stuff. You know, altcoins bleed. Bitcoin's at 103. He's like, sorry. Best of luck to you guys. I love it, man. I think it's so funny. Yeah, I'm like the only guy streaming right now. I should have like 300 people in here. Literally no one else is talking about crypto. Steve Reed says, yo, have you seen that YouTuber who just shills coins? Only has vids on like 6 coins. Crazy some of these guys. Yeah, man, I don't know. I'm not here to make fun of other YouTubers. I'm just saying I feel like I have a little bit of a responsibility with you guys because no one else is going to talk crypto. And then nobody's around too. On the other side of the coin, there's all the buyers, all the investors. They're gone. Suey for sure. Absolutely. Yeah, me, crypto gains. Yeah. Is everything okay with Birday? This guy's freaking out. He's Italian. He's like, hey, Birday, ah. I think everything's okay, bro. I think the whole market's down. You can say, yeah, Berde will succeed. You will be fine. You will be fine. Yes, says, do you think Boss Burgers will rip tomorrow? Oh yeah. I mean, I think it'll probably the CMC listing for them will probably hit around Saturday night probably. It's just a random time, Whenever you file, it takes like 24 hours, 24 to 36 hours for it to show up. So I heard that uh, they filed their CMC. Um, today is fr- Today is Friday, so I think like late last night. So go through this whole day. So probably like midday Saturday. Saturday. Yeah, Pierre's like, per day, what's this going on with this stay dude, I don't know. All I know is the whole market is just shit. Nothing's happening, nothing's moving, no buyers. Berde is bottomed. Like I don't think it's gonna get any lower than 600,000, which is great because just you sneeze on it and it's back over a million. I think it went over to 1.2 million the other day, just off of very little buys. Very, very little buys. Yeah. Interactive, my account reply to you says, yeah, keep buying. Yeah. Waiting for what the crash remix? Oh, just wait for it to crash out. It already did. It bottom. There's nothing that. There's nothing that. Bird A is just going to be right there. There's nothing going on. Yeah, the crypto colon is clogged. Yeah, seriously. Need some colon blowed. this this crypto market needs some colon blow. Oh man. Yeah, I mean it's Friday afternoon. Don't expect like anything to freaking go crazy. Look at these pelicans. Uh, oh. What do you guys like when you wake up from sleep? From a nap? What is it like for you? For me, I wake up I wake up like I drank like 12 beers. You know what I mean? I wake up like, hey guys, you know what I mean? I'm just like so. Other people like wake up and they're just straight up alert. They're like, hey, okay, what are we doing? Oh no no. Like me, man. Takes me like 20, 30 minutes to understand what's going on. Yeah, yeah, you feel cloudy. I feel like I never done that before, but I wake up. It's like I might as well have done heroin just right then. You know what I mean? I'm just like, I'm just nodding off. Anyway, that was a bad example. Um, Hi from Barbara. Hi Connecticut from Barbara. How are you? Pier Angelo says you are powerful. You are powerful. I can't do an Italian accent. Um, I can do like the mafia Italian accent. Hey, we're gonna put you in the trunk. I don't know, but thanks, Pierre Angelo. Yeah, remix. I'm like, yeah, like who am I? How did I get here? Yeah, I just woke up and they were like, hey, it's 6 o'clock. Weren't you gonna do that stream? I was like, oh. Oh no, you're fine. No, don't apologize. Don't apologize, Pierre. Actually, as many people as I talk to all around the world now, I should be able to speak a bunch of different languages, but I can't. I can't. I'm the worst. What happened? What happened to Inferno and Moto J and all these guys, man? What happened to these guys? I used to have more mods, but I don't know what happened. Am I still in Baja? Yeah, I'm gonna be in Baja for a little bit, at least until my visa's clear or whatever. Takes like 3 months. I didn't know that. I was just planning on being here till the end of July, but it looks like I'm gonna be here till like maybe like September. You know, because I'm going to South America, and it's a lot easier to get all my paperwork and everything done here before I go out there. It's gonna be a lot of. It's gonna be a lot harder. I don't want. See, what I don't want is, whether I go to Chile or Argentina. See, because here's the thing, Argentina, very crypto friendly country. I think they have zero crypto tax. They're pro crypto. It's just their damn currency is all over the place. One day a candy bar can cost $1, the next day it can cost $500, and the next day it could cost 25 cents. You know how wonky Argentina's currency is? It's insane. Like you have to buy everything bulk because you never know when the prices are going to go crazy. You know? But they don't tax on crypto. And then Chile is pretty stable currency. There's like 1,000 pesos to the dollar, right? But with them, it's that, dude. I talked to a couple of crypto lawyers, not crypto lawyers, but business lawyers from Chile, and I had a consultation with them, and they laid out everything about finances about Chile and what to look out for, how certain things can benefit certain things, and this and that. But bro, they did not have nice things to say about crypto. I was like, yeah, well, what about crypto? It's kind of a big deal for me. They're like, I was like, what do you mean? They're like, no. I was like, what? So and they told me there's like a 40%. The taxes on crypto in Chile are more than even America. I'm like, fuck, man. This is so hard. This is so hard to put all this together. I've been working around the clock to figure out what's the best place. So what I was thinking, I was looking at a place on the Argentinian and Chilean border in the south, right where I said I was going to be at in Chile, Los Lagos region, and it's just over the Andes, and that I mean, I can get the best of both worlds, but also be in Argentina, where it's no taxes. Remix says just live, bro. Real Magic says, what kind of farm are you building, and are you bringing your family? Oh yeah, I'm bringing my family. They're listen, all of my kids. Oh look, all of my children are grew up on the farm and are farmers, bro. Like they're amazing. They know everything. They know how to do everything on a farm. I mean everything. You know what I mean? And they've raised all kinds of animals, and they know exactly what they're doing, and they can't wait to do it again. And so yeah, of course I'm bringing my family. I'm not going to go out to South America without my family to start a farm by myself. That'd be hilarious. That'd be the biggest alibi of all time of a dad walking out on his family. Hey guys, everyone stay here. I'm going to do something amazing. I'm going to go start a farm about 20 hours east, in another country. Everybody stay right here. I'm not going to do I don't need you guys to be there. I'm just going to get the farm started, start everything up, maybe I'll date a few girls along the way. I'll be a little lonely. But you guys stay here and wait for me. No, I'm not doing that. No way. No, they're coming with me, man. They're coming with me. They're like the glue of everything, man. I mean, I can't run my farm without these guys. I can't run my farm without these guys. Start a farm and get a pack of cigarettes. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. I'll be right back. I'm just going to start a farm in South America. I'll be right back, though. Walk out on my family. Who said that? You're gonna start this farm in South America. You're gonna take your family, right? Or you just gonna leave them? Oh, that means that I'm walking out on my family. Lamdrado got it. He was like, oh man. He's like, yeah, that's so funny. Yo, what's up, Josh Durston? Josh Durston straight up lied to me last night. Said he was a part of the inner circle trying to get me to pump candy. That was hilarious. You're awesome though. You're really great. I would. Yeah, but yeah, but I'll be raising pork and beef. I'll have sheep. Everything I had on my last farm, I had Gloucestershire old spots from England. So once I get everything set up in South America, I am gonna have to fly to London and go pick out my breeding pairs of Gloucestershire old spots. They're an English breed. It's the tastiest, most prestigious breed of pig you can have. Yeah, I've been eating my own pork and beef and everything for years and years and years now. Chicken too. My whole family and I, we sit out and we process 100 chickens in a day, and that would be all our chicken for the year. So yeah, I used to milk every morning. Go back and look at some of my old videos. My first 3 or 4 months YouTubing, I did it on my farm. I was walking around my farm. So if you have time, you're bored, go back and watch some of my videos. Like my Myro video, I did that in front of my baby doll sheep. I've done a couple of videos right with my cow walking around behind me. I had a couple cows. I had a couple videos. I did it just hanging out with my calf, but nobody was around. Nobody. I mean, I didn't have any. I didn't have any real viewership. You know. Samson Taylor. What? Birthday host is live? What are you talking about? What happened? Samson, what are you talking about? Birthday host is live. Michael Broussard said, I could open a farm if Boss Burger will do what's expected. That's hilarious. Oh, they're doing the X Spaces right now? Really? That's like odd timing. They should all be in here with me. I mean, you can do an X Spaces any time of the day. Why do it now? You guys should be in here hanging out, and then I can go in the X Spaces. No one said anything to me. This crypto life is tough, guys. It really is tough. It really is tough. I guess, I don't know. I don't get it. Free Diddy. Well, thanks, Samson. I honestly didn't know that. I honestly didn't even know that, man. It's kind of tough, man. Having a new YouTube channel that sends coins to freaking the stratosphere. Folks don't. I mean, I'm not gonna say anything about anybody, but it, it really angers people, and it's in the weirdest ways. You know, it really does, and it's just there's nothing I can do about it. I mean, people listen to what I'm doing. You know what I mean? But I guess some people, I mean, they want to be the ones to affect something. And when you make it look really easy make make big things happen, it's like they kind of wish that it wasn't you. And so, I mean, not to say that doing an X Spaces at the same time I go live and not tell me is, I'm not saying that's weird at all. I'm sure it was just a scheduling mistake, but um, I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know. Nothing I can do about it, I guess. Wish I was there. I wish everybody was here with me. You guys are here. Did I get any notification of this? Crazy. I'm actually gonna take a look right now. Like, did anybody say, "Hey, Stare, we got an X Spaces on Burde"? So tough, man. You try and I don't know, whatever. Yeah, I'm not. Wow, real. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I think. Thanks, buddy. Oh, my son just gave me some tea. Yeah, it is everybody's coin. It is everybody's coin. I agree 100%. You know, I agree 100%. I don't know. I don't know what to say, guys. I try and treat people and everyone nicely, and I think when you're just going so hard, you don't realize how much it offends people. When you work really really hard and you accomplish a lot and you move charts. I mean, it came to one point where you know folks were trying to move charts too, and be like, oh, go buy this coin, and then nobody bought it, and then somebody would randomly be upset with me, and I'm like, why are you upset with me? You know what I mean? And then it's just like, oh, are you the guy that presented that coin to everybody and nobody bought? Like, I didn't have anything to do with that, But it's just like this took a lot of work, man. Starting up this channel and being here every day and doing videos and to get to this point, even with like 1,200 subscribers that are actual real subscribers. Like, my engagement levels out of those 1,200 folks is insane, guys. I mean, I don't know what to say, but I'm able to move charts that guys with 100K subscribers can't do. And not only, even YouTubers that have plaques, that have YouTube plaques, are like hating on me and saying subliminal stuff. I mean, crypto's a rough place, man. It's a real, real rough place. And when someone's genuine and someone actually, you guys know me. I mean, I talk about my life all the time. I'm not putting up a green screen, um, and things like that. Hey guys, I mean, should I go crash the spaces? I mean, it's live. I can go in there and should I crash the spaces? You know, but I guess there's some folks that I don't know. And you never know these things because you're just, again. I mean, I'm doing 1,000 things. I'm working really hard on a lot of stuff, so you don't really know who has it out for you or is jealous or, is not being real with you, and so, but it's kind of odd that, I mean, you can say what you want, but I mean, Birthday was something that started on this channel, and in my inner circle. So, I mean, it went from 3K to 6.5 million, and certainly it was a community, but I mean, I guess there's a bunch of people that were notified about the spaces, and I wasn't. So, right? I shouldn't go, right? You don't think they're hijacking it? This is odd. I mean, nobody. I'm looking at all my chats. I'm in like two or three chats that are pretty high level chats, and nobody said anything. So, I guess, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's okay. I hope it goes well and everyone's hanging out. I mean, it's not like anything's gonna happen today. Everything's so like either down or there's like no buyers. But yeah, crypto's an odd space. I'm not gonna lie. It's you just try and be accountable, and I haven't sold a birthday coin. You know what I mean? I'm sitting on all of my birthday. I mean, I went through weeks of people sending me crazy messages saying that I'm the one that dumped birthday and all this stuff, and obviously I'm not. I love the coin. I want it to go to $1 billion, which it will. And you have to have a floor. You have to have whales holding for that to happen, and I'm one of them. So, it's like, I guess when you don't screw anybody over and you're accountable and you're working hard and you're making major motion, I guess you're bound to upset people, or you're bound to just have people go, well, I put a lot of work into this. This is my baby, and Theyre, or something. I don't know, but I just know that, like, man, if there's a spaces going on at Birthday, I would think that the first person that would be notified would be Theyre, right? I don't know, maybe not. Yeah. Did he? Yeah, I missed it. So maybe I'm the asshole. I totally missed it. I missed it. I missed it. I don't know, man. I'm that type of guy though, where I'm just like running and doing a bunch of stuff, and then all of a sudden somebody just like blows up at me. I'm like, whoa, where'd this come from? And it's just like, I don't know. Shout out to everybody in the project. They're doing great. So I'm just waking up. I guess I want to be everywhere. I want to be everywhere at once. I want to be everywhere at once. It's tough to do, man. It's really tough to do. All the things that are going on right now are incredible. And it's like, we're doing X Spaces. We're doing, YouTubes. We're doing Telegram voice chats and stuff. I mean, what else? We're doing other shit too. But it's tough to be everywhere, and I know a lot of, so it's bound to happen. It's fine. No, they're fine. Everybody's good. Everyone's fine. I'm fine. I think I just want to be everywhere at once, and I can't. I try and have a set time for this. See, the thing is also, is that I usually start this show earlier. I usually start this at like 4:30, 4:45. And here I am just now starting it at. I think I started at 6. So that's another thing. See, I probably would have ended this. I usually go like 2 or 3 hours. This probably would have ended, and then I would probably be in X Spaces, but I know they're running it. And then we talked about, hey, another thing is that, we did talk about this. X Space is happening every single day. Every single day, we should have an X Spaces. It's very, very important for the growth of the coin. So, there's definitely going to be X Spaces that I'm not going to make, and this is one of them. But yeah, we should be on X Spaces every single day. And the thing is that Birday is in such an amazing spot. I mean, I can't believe we're bottoming at like 600, 700K is the bottom for Birday, man. That's incredible. There's nowhere to go but up from here. Jason, you're in the Telegram group. What? Whoa, guys, relax. I know they are. Shalonius, I know this. I'm in full support too. Mango Subprime says, thanks for the great advice, Theyre. I've made over 53 cents. Well, there you go. Yeah, man, I'm just talking about not being able to be at all the places at once. Yeah, we should be doing X Spaces every single day. And you know what? Honestly, for Birday, it's best you do it in the evening. And I know we talked about Birday, like, kind of having her own voice, like an AI voice, where she can start interviewing folks, like interviewing dudes, like in a dating show. That would be really funny. That would be so funny. Have her interview guys like the 20 versus 1, or like the pop the balloon thing with Birday would be so funny. Yeah, you guys, you need to buy more Birday. Why don't we just pump Birday right now? Why don't we just pump Birday? But Jason, you're already in the inner circle. Yes. Yes, I know no one said anything bad, guys. Come on. Jeez. I'm just telling you about my life in general, like I always do. And I'm the type of guy that goes so hard that it's like people. I'll just stop going hard for a moment, and then it's just like there's somebody comes at me like, hey, you forgot about this person, or you didn't do that, or do blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what? I didn't know that. You guys ever do that? Is anybody in this chat like a super hard worker and a super like risk taker? Not like jumping out of planes risks, but like just putting themselves out there. And you're working so hard trying to build something or put yourself out there that you forget about the folks around you. I am definitely that person. I am definitely that person. I am the king of friends blowing up on me out of nowhere. I am that type of. I'm like, what? What happened? They're like, you forget that I'm not. I'm the only one that. Hey, Stallone Roses. Hey, Stallone Roses. You're gonna feel a prick on your neck. Okay, it's not gonna hurt. You ready? Okay, here it goes. Oh, you feel that? Okay, just relax. Just relax. Sit back. Just Just let it happen, okay? Let it happen, Stone Roses. Okay, you're gonna feel a little lightheaded. You're gonna feel a little lightheaded. Go to the light. Go to the light, okay? Uh, um, Snowman, you want to get some Taco Bell? Yo, Shalonius, Birthday is on sale right now. Birthday is on sale right now. But yeah, if anybody knows me, the best way to set me up to be like an asshole is do something without me, and then let me find out about it, and then let me talk about how I've been doing a lot of different stuff anyway. That's like the easiest way to set Theyre up to be look like an asshole. Not that they did that or anything. I'm just saying, as you get to know me, I mean, I'm so busy that when something happens, that I feel like I should be like, wait, what? Hey, you guys went to kickball without me? Well, what? I was just doing this. I was doing another thing. Well, no. It's like, Theyre, we gave you the invite. There was a kickball game. You already knew about this. It's been going on for a week. I'm like, yeah, well, I was doing this. I was doing that. Somebody should send me another notification. I'm like that type of person. And then I'll eat one of these little things in front of you. They're like little chocolate thingies. Mmm. It was really good. Wow. My son just brought me some, like a little chocolate wafer stick and some tea. TK says, boss, my concern is, he says, that if Trump decides to take military action on Iran, which everyone knows he would, that would harm the markets for at least 2 to 3 months, maybe 6 months. That's what I'm saying. I don't think he's doing that. You know why? Because the elites, they would have been dumped on us. They would have dumped on us first. Bitcoin would be at like 85, 80K. And then they would come out and be like, oh, Trump's thinking about doing some war shit. And then we all have to be holding our bags. And then we dump further. And then it's a bear market. You know? But they didn't do that. As I look, let's see. Can I look at CoinMarketCap without it freaking out? Yeah, it looks like CoinMarketCap you can't use it right now. All right, you can use CoinGecko. Yeah, look, Bitcoin's at 103 right now. Ethereum's at 2,400. I mean, do these look like prices of a major World War III happening? I don't think so. I think this is just, look, Solana. I mean, they're down, but they're not like, it's not crazy. It's not crazy. Avalanche, man. I remember when Avalanche was at like $7, man. That was the bear market lows for Avalanche. We're not in a bear market. So that tells me that there's about to be a major reversal happen, guys. Oh, another thing, TK. Another thing is that I'm hearing a lot of chatter And it's funny because I can agree with the chatter that that we're gonna go to 96,000. That the bull market's not over by any means, but we're just gonna have to eat this major dip that is in the cards because of the war and how Trump is, posturing America to enter this war. People are saying, "Oh, but we don't. I don't think we will." But at the same time, you're just gonna have to eat this dump. And when people start talking like that, that means to me that shorts are about to get squeezed, because that just tells retail to just enter your short safely, and yeah, you can probably take profits around 96. You'll be good. When that happens, when people start talking like that, it usually is the opposite. Usually the opposite happens. Usually the elites put that out there and they leverage long on you at this time because they know that Trump isn't going to do anything. He's going to get a peace deal or something. Because why would Trump come in the office and within 5 months start a nuclear war, start a World War III? Like, why would he do that? That would destroy his legacy. And people act like Trump wants to be in a war. He doesn't. He's not a president that likes war. He's not a person that likes war. He likes business. Trump goes to UFC fights. He goes to the Super Bowl. He loves sports. He loves boxing. He loves UFC and stuff like that. But he is not a tough guy, dude. He's not a tough guy. He's not a guy that's going to start a war. You know what I mean? He's a guy that talks a good game and hopes that you don't test him. And Iran looks to me like a group that really doesn't want to test America. And they, they don't like Israel, but I don't think they're going to be, blowing up, asking to go crazy over there. You know what I mean? So my analysis on this, TK, is that I think by like Monday or Tuesday, I think we're going to hear that Trump is advanced talks on a peace deal, and the market's going to freaking reverse like you've never seen it reverse. If not this week, maybe middle of the week after. Maybe not next week, but maybe the week after or something like that. Because there is no way that Trump in his first 5 months of presidency is going to start a major war that's going to tank everything. He doesn't want to be blamed for that, guys. Nobody does. And then Iran and Israel aren't they out of rockets yet? I mean, I looked at a couple of YouTube videos and Rumble videos and just different journalists and stuff, and they all come up with the same amount of rockets and missiles that each country has. It's like 1,000 or 2,000 missiles. That's it, man. I mean, you can run out of that real quick. Did you see the footage? I mean, they're sending like 100 missiles at a time, man. You know what I mean? It's like war doesn't just go on forever and ever and ever. I mean, these little conflicts, they stop after a while. You know what I mean? Yeah, Gen Z stopped caring about the market a long time. I'm telling you, Matt Walker, there's nobody here. And this is the perfect time to send the market up without retail. I'm telling you, this is the perfect time. You know what I mean? Is to get a quick reversal. Get a quick announcement that there's no war, that there's some sort of treaty or whatever, and everything's done over there, and the market will super reverse, guys, violently. It's going to be the most violent move, and that's going to catapult this market, and then we're going to hit some disbelief stages, like Bitcoin will be at like 150, and folks won't believe it. People are like, wow, no, this is it, this is the top. And then it's going to keep going to like the twos. like 250. And then people are going to start believing and piling on. Retail is going to pile on. Excuse me. Retail is going to pile on at 250, and then Bitcoin is just going to sit there at 250, and everyone's going to be making plans for 300, 400, $500,000 Bitcoin, and it's going to be like, wow! It's just going to just destroy people. And by the way, during that time of Bitcoin just kind of floating between 2 and 250, altcoins are going to have an altcoin season, or that'll be around September, October, and folks will be going into Thanksgiving and Christmas, saying, oh yeah, I got my position in Bitcoin, I got, this and that and the other thing, Bitcoin's so amazing. And then the elites are just gonna have the biggest dump you've ever seen going into a bear market, man. It's gonna be crazy. That's my thoughts. There's no way that Trump sits on $1 billion worth of Bitcoin and Ethereum, and lets this market go to shit. And then the other thing is that the altcoin season was it 18 months past the Bitcoin halving is when we start having an altcoin season. That's in October, guys. That's in October. So we got time. I think this is the best time to accumulate, your top 100, top 200, top 300 coins. You know what I mean? And also get some positions in some forgotten coins. It's the best time to do it. Best time to do it is right now. Best time to do it is right now. Now. Let's see. Bye-bye Rose? What happened? What does that mean? Samson, bye-bye Rose? Let's see here. Yeah, and honestly, this is the time to buy. I don't think there's going to be any major dumps right now, man. This market's telling me that there's about to be a serious short squeeze. Should we look at... Guys, I bet you if you look at the liquidation maps right now, let me see here. I bet you if you look at the liquidation maps right now, I bet you there's shorts piling up. There's shorts piling up right now. And I bet you the liquidations are heavy to the upside. And I think market makers are going to go knock out those shorts, those liquidation levels. Probably, I bet you they're around 109. I bet you they're all piled up. Somebody look at it right now. I can't get my computer to work right now. Somebody look. I'm still waking up, by the way. We're an hour in, and I'm still waking up from this nap, guys. But I bet you if you look at the liquidation maps right now, I bet you it's heavy liquidations levels to the upside, meaning that shorts are piling in right now, thinking that they're going to get an easy win to 96K. They're going to get an easy short, right? But their liquidation level is probably around, we're at 103, we're at 103, 104. Most of them are probably doing a good chunk of leverage. So they're probably around like 108, 109 is when they get liquidated out of their short positions. And I bet you it's all yellow. I bet you if you look at a liquidation map, I don't even need to look at one. I bet you're looking at one right now. I bet you it's super yellow around 108, 109, and market makers are gonna go for that like you would not believe. They are gonna knock that thing out, and they're gonna send Bitcoin long so hard. And how do they do that? Well, they're gonna have Trump say, you know what, I got a peace treaty going on. All the missiles and stuff are gonna stop, and they've stopped, and the mullah guy and Netanyahu, they're gonna come out and shake hands, and they are gonna send this market crazy. And it's only gonna be for maybe 3 or 4 months. 3 or 4 months, the market will go crazy, and then by Thanksgiving or Christmas, you're just gonna start seeing a lot of dumping, a lot of black swan events that's gonna send you know the markets like back down again. You gotta understand that it doesn't take long for these coins that we have been following to just go absolutely apeshit to the upside. I mean, these things will do thousands and thousands of percent up in a matter of just a week, not weeks. I mean, sorry, not a week, like weeks or a couple months. Like altcoin season usually lasts like 90 days. You know what I mean? So, and there'll be other coins that'll go after the fact. That's what's gonna be so confusing, right? Is at the top of this bull run, we're gonna have a bunch of coins that have already like gone crazy, dump really hard. And then there's gonna be other coins like into the first quarter of 2026, they're gonna run really hard. And you're gonna be like, well, wait a minute, is this still a bull run? Because so and so coin is now hitting its all-time high and going past it and going crazy. Is this still a bull run or what? And it won't be. We'll already been entering a bear market. Remember, guys, bear markets are not announced. They're discovered. They're realized. Bear markets are never announced. They're always realized. And what I mean by that is that you have a bull run and it goes crazy, and then some coins dump, some don't. But for the overall like Bitcoin and everything like that, it never goes higher than where it's at, and then just starts trailing off. And you're not going to know for like 6-7 months until you look back. You're like, wow, the bear market really started at this point, and now it's 5 or 6 months later, and now we can just say that this whole cycle's over with. You know what I mean? It's like a chick that breaks up with you. Like it's like your girlfriend decides to do something abroad without you, but wants to keep a long distance relationship. Maybe some of you guys have been through this, and it's cool. Like you guys still are meeting up, and traveling and seeing each other, and texting each other and talking every day. And then for some reason something comes up where she couldn't make that trip that she usually makes, that meetup that you guys usually do, and then things just kind of taper off. She's texting less, and this and that, and then all of a sudden you realize you guys have both moved on with your life, and that's how the bear market comes in. The bear market doesn't start like in that same scenario where it's like you have a long distance relationship about to start, and before she leaves, she tries to kill you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that would be a sharp bear market. Like, oh my gosh, like, she was talking about going abroad. We got in this argument, and then she grabbed a kitchen knife and started chasing me, and then she broke up with me before she left. That's not how bear markets start. Bear markets, it's she's on great terms. The sex is still great. You guys are meeting up halfway, or you're meeting up at her place in another country, or she's coming back to visit you for weeks on end. And then when you guys aren't together, you're texting and talking every day. You're doing Zoom, you're doing voice chats or whatever. And then one day you just realize that shit, I haven't talked to what's her name in like 3 or 4 days. what's up? And then you try and call her, and she's not answering. And then like 3 or 4 days later, she calls you back. Sorry, I was busy. And you're forgiving her, and you're like, oh, okay, no, it's cool. We're still in a bull run. She's still talking to me. And then like another week later, she doesn't say shit. But she calls you again, and you guys talk some more. You kind of ask some questions. She's assuring you that you guys are still together. And then you look on her Instagram, and like she's like making jokes about blowing guys in club bathrooms and in Greece or something, wherever she's at, and all her friends are laughing and confirming she did something weird, last night at the club with some random. And then you're like, holy shit, what is going on? Is this still my girlfriend? And then you call her and she just doesn't answer, and it's over. That's how bear markets come about, guys. That's how bear markets come about. Shaloni says, I'm drinking tequila. I might get some. I don't have any alcohol around here. I got wine. You guys mind if I get some wine? Might get some wine, hang out for a little bit. Yeah, I'm still bullish on Turbo. Killjoy. What's going on, Killjoy? Yeah, I'm still bullish. I still have all of my Turbo. Yeah, Matt Walker says, if, quote, everyone knows something, and it's priced in. Absolutely. Absolutely. HTRR says, what up, fam? Sipping this tequila on this Friday. You're drinking tequila too? Dope. Also stacking gems on this discount. Great. Anything is possible with Trump. He's a clown. Hey, man, think what you want. I mean, I didn't vote this last election. I've sold my ranch in California. I've moved out of America. I truly believe America is going to go probably through one of the worst times in its history through the next 5 years. But and that's not. I'm not wishing that. I'm just saying all the indicators are indicating to me that that's going to happen. So it's like, hey, this would be a good time to have a fresh start in another country. But yeah, if you like Trump, if you don't like Trump, really, to me, it doesn't matter. It's the folks that are behind the government that you don't know who they are, that's really running this country. It's whatever they think. You know what I mean? Let's get the 30 likes. It's whatever they decide to do. Because again, I'm actually talking in a falsity when I say Trump's making these decisions on his own. He's not. He's not. This whole world stage is being conducted by people that you've never seen, never heard their voice, never met, and they are in control. Not the governments of the world. Sorry to say. So when I talk about Trump, and I talk about world leaders or, guys that you think are making real decisions on everything, I'm talking about them as if they're actors. I'm talking about them as if, this is Tom Cruise playing a character. You know what I mean? Or this is Harrison Ford, clear and present danger, or Air Force One. I mean, Trump is just playing a role. He may be a real person. He may be that's his real personality, and that's how he talks and that's how he walks. But in terms of what the moves are and the script is of this whole world stage, homie ain't doing shit on his own, and he never will. So it's actually the elites behind him that are the clowns. Hey, can you please shout out my friend Harry? Hey Harry, what's up? War is big business. Pretty much the biggest. It is. They need to shoot off some rockets, make some money, and then they'll go back. Big facts. It's all a big show. New skyscrapers are fine. Funny how only the old buildings are getting destroyed. Exactly. It's all coordinated. You really think the mullah is just firing off rockets on his own? You know what I mean? Do you really think like they're just doing shit on their own? No, they're like, okay, you can hit this building, you can hit that building, you can hit this other building, but if you hit any other building, bro, we're gonna fucking kill you. that's how that's how these leaders of the world are getting these messages, bro, from the elites. You think this mullah guy is doing shit on his own? That's why Gaddafi and all these other guys, they get murdered and they get like torn apart in the street after being, after being leaders of their own country and having prosperity because they were doing it their own way. And as soon as you start doing things your own way, as a president or a prime minister or whatever, I mean, you are gonna get absolutely destroyed. They'll never, that's why Trump is able to, be president again because he played ball. Boss Burger to the moon. Yes, sir. Where's it at right now, Jason? CMC got hacked? Wow. That's not good for Boss Burgers. Boss Burgers is doing getting a CMC listing literally as we speak. And like that's the worst timing right now. It's so hard to conduct business, guys, right now. It's so hard to conduct business. Oh, the gesture. Oh, thanks, bro. Thanks, Samson. Um, all day says, hope y'all didn't quit your day jobs in this uncertainty in this market. But I'll stack my bags and buy them dips. I'm back in and threw 1,000 yesterday in the Boss Burger. Dope. TK says, I see your point, boss, but why do you think Trump would tell the media that he needs 2 weeks to decide what action to take against Iran? Needing 2 weeks seems a bit nonsensical. I'm not really sure. I mean, but the thing is that he's going to come with an answer well before that. You know what I mean? I thought he changed it to 48 hours. Last time I saw, all the newsrooms were saying that Trump gave himself 48 hours, to make a decision. I did the same with candy. What'd you do with candy? You bought more Boss Burger? Yeah, I did too. I bought another like 2 million coins. I bought like $1,000 worth. Didn't really move the chart or anything, but I'm adding because I think this coin is gonna freaking explode. Venice says perfect analogy. Yes says that's what I think of myself when a coin rips. I could go higher, but it's definitely coming back. It can go higher, but it's definitely coming back down. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, perfect timing. The market is so hard. Let's see here. Mango subprime. Josh Durson says, bro is telling us a story we have all lived. This type of storytelling takes experience. Oh man, no, that's never happened to me. I've been with the same chick since I was 18, man. So, but I have friends that they talk about it, dude. They talk about it, and I've talked through friends. I've had to talk to friends and be like, listen, man, like she moved. She's not talking to you that much anymore. I think she's moving on. No, she's not. And then you become this friend that's an asshole, right? Hey, look, oh, Theyre, guess what? She called. Oh, I guess I'm going to go talk to the girlfriend that I don't have anymore. Like, I'm that friend that you just have to keep, like, I can't help myself. I think, down the line, I have a lot of foresight. I can't help it, but a lot of shit just plays out in my head. And if I share it out loud, I sound like an asshole. And I've done that many times to friends where he's like, oh man, she moved to Spain because she's studying, Spanish stuff, and this is her last year of school, so she's got to go do it. And she knows I got a job. She knows that I'm in corporate, so I can't really be running around, but it's all good. Like, I got 4 weeks of vacation time, so and she's got like 6 weeks, so she's gonna be here. She's gonna come back. She's gonna come back to California for a little bit, where I'm at, and I'm gonna go out there, and we're gonna keep this long relationship going, and then it's just like she comes out, he goes out there, and then they're kind of talking back and forth, and then it's like, and then it's like, oh, bro, did you talk? You got a missed call. Was that your chick? Oh, let me see. And it's like, oh no, it's the plumber. But we talked like 2 days ago. I'm like, I always like 2 days ago, 3 days ago. I thought you guys were talking every day. I'm that type of friend. I don't know. Maybe I'm like the worst friend, because usually friends like they don't lead on to knowing things that are embarrassing about you. Like you got a girlfriend that obviously broke up with you and slow rugged you. Like you want a friend to be like so encouraging to the very end and not point out the obvious stuff that's happening to you. But I can't help it. You know what I mean? Because I want people to do well. You know what I mean? So I'll be the one to say, listen, dude, you've only talked to her like once or twice this week. And this whole, she said she was coming out, right? Didn't she say she was coming out like a month ago? And, she did that a couple times, bro. I'm the type of person to say that when it's none of my business. So I am probably the worst friend you could have, but that's the bear market for you. The bear market is the chick that goes abroad to study, and she promises to come back, and she does once or twice, and then after a while, she just kind of falls off, and it's just like, damn, I guess we broke up. We haven't even been boyfriend and girlfriend for the last couple months, really. You know what I mean? Like, that's the bear market. That's the best analogy. I made that analogy up. That is the best analogy of a bull run ending and a bear market starting. It takes months, and you don't even realize it's happening to you. Josh, are you in candy heavy? Are you in candy heavy? I mean, you just want to talk about candy. It's Friday. Drink a whole bottle. You want to drink a whole bottle of wine? Oh, Sonny Little Tree in the house. He says, "Yo, what's up, Sonny?" Jason says, "Why Chile?" It's the best farmland for raising pigs in the south region of Chile that you can get. Outside of the European Union, and outside of Africa and other places in the world. It's the best. And the government really lays off of people there. I mean, I know Chile went through a communist time and everything like that, but it's all mostly demonstrations, in the city of Santiago. I mean, once you're outside of Santiago, I mean, anything goes. Not in a bad way. It's just regular people living. I'm in a Telegram group with a guy that handles expats moving to Chile. And it's like 200 people in there, and I get to see folks that are getting ready to leave America and all the things that they got to go through, in terms of their planning, and it's all in a Telegram group, just like the Bird A group and Inner Circle. It's all just messages, running, and so he's been doing that for like 12 years, and so he said in the region where he's at, Los Lagos region, there hasn't been a murder since he's been there. Like, the places are super safe. Everybody's super welcoming and shit like that. And so, but I have a decision to make because, Chilean taxes for crypto is vicious. And just right over the border, because the Los Lagos region touches Argentina. And just right over the border, you got Argentina, and you got one of the nicest areas, lake mountain areas of Argentina, right on the other side of the Andes mountains, and that's zero crypto tax. So, the land is better in Chile, but I still can do the same stuff in Argentina in that area. I can still have a really cool farm. It snows there. It doesn't snow in Chile, the areas that I was thinking. So I mean, I have a, but I mean, I have to fly. You have to fly to Buenos Aires. Like you have to fly in that area, Argentina, in order to get to the major cities of Argentina. You got to fly, and it's like taking an Amtrak. It's like being like I don't know if Hussein's in here, but it's like being in Long Island and taking the train into New York City, type of flights. You know what I mean? And they don't take that long and everything like that. Dude, guys, I'm literally between running my channels, um, you know, buying and selling things like coins, because I'm a degen just like you guys. Like I'll ape into shit, and I'll scale out of shit, and I've been doing that, and I've been just planning my next move. I'm on vacation here, but I'm working all day. I'm vacationing. I'm having fun. Like I had a in-home massage here with my wife. There's a massage. We had like travel masseuses that came in. They were horrendous. That was the first negative experience in Mexico in terms of a service I paid for or something like that. Like these masseuses were so bad, bro. There was two chicks that came in here, and we just did an hour-long massage in the living room of this condo, whatever you want to call it. And and these chicks, man, they asked us to strip down everything. They had these blankets. They had really nice blankets. These like there it was like a full velvet blanket. That was the best part of the massage. I'm like, can I buy one of these blankets off you? This blanket is so nice, man. But bro, like the massage was so bad. They were like they started late, so they only did the massage for like 40 minutes. We saw the clock. They were only here for 40 minutes. But the chick was she was like, do you want hard? Do you want it soft or medium? And I said, like medium, even light. When I have massages, I don't like hardcore, like, drive your knuckles in, drive your elbows in to my back. I don't like that shit. It hurts. I have I don't know, I have sensitive muscles or something like that. I don't know what that is, but bro, she didn't care what I said, man. She was driving her knuckles in, her elbows in, and I was actually like screaming. I was like, and she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like she's Mexican, but why was she talking like an Asian masseuse? Like why was she? Oh my, I'm so sorry. Oh, was that too hard? I'm like, you don't need to talk like that to be a masseuse, do you? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I almost called her out. I didn't say that to her face, but I was just like, there's no reason to do the fake Asian accent thing, But she did it. She was like, oh, is that too hard? I'm so sorry. Oh, and I was like, all right, cool. And I forgave her, and she kept going, and I fell asleep because I fall asleep during the massages, and she kept putting her, like, how you put your face through the thing? She kept like putting her hand underneath and doing doing this, and it was freaking me out. Like, why does she feel like she needs to check and see if I'm breathing? Like, is my circulation that bad? Like, she kept like doing this underneath the thing. So I'm seeing this hand just slowly going like that. And her hand smelled weird. Her hand, how like massage therapists, like they have like the oils and stuff like that. Her hand didn't smell like the oils. They smelled like, I don't know what, like, I don't know. I can't describe it. Like some sort of body odor that, I don't know. Like maybe she scratched herself and started the massage. I don't know. It was like when you scratch yourself after like playing basketball all day or something like that, and you smell your hand. You scratch your crotch, smell your hand, like like it was less like odor. You know what I mean? I was like, ugh. It was like literally, I was like, it woke me up. I was like, oh. And, and then, dude, she turns me over, right? Towards the second half of the massage. And, I hate it. And I told her too before the massage started. I said, I please do not massage my knees. Do not touch my knees. I don't like it when masseuses massage your knees and they like move around your kneecap, like your kneecaps. But dude, I've had each one of my knees. I've had a ACL tear and patella tendon tear and shit like that. So one of them I had surgery on, the other one I didn't, and the one that I didn't has it, it it actually healed up better than the one I had surgery on. It's stronger. But at the same time, like, I don't want you to be touching my freaking knees. And she does it anyway, and it shit hurt, man. I was like, can you not do that? You know? And then she pretty much, she was like, oh, sorry, I'm so sorry. Oh, my, just like doing all this shit. And I was like, all right. And that was it. That was a massage. And then my wife had a chick that was on the phone the whole time. She was texting and massaging with one hand. One hand. So it was probably the worst massage I've ever had. And that's been the only bad thing in Mexico, surprisingly. People tell you it's the cartels and the water, don't drink the water, Montezuma's revenge. None of that shit has happened to me, but I've had the worst massage here, you know? Yeah, so there you go. Shalona says this so-called president is an actor playing the role of a billionaire president. Yeah, possibly. He has an IMDb page equals actor. 23 Savage says, is this Brandon from No Jumper? No, it's not. I've never been on No Jumper. I've watched it a couple times. I used to watch a lot of No Jumper, and then it just became like too much drama, too much weird drama. I actually like Brick Baby a lot. Brick Baby on No Jumper. I thought he was really, really funny and interesting, and then he got locked up. And I don't think Adam 22. I don't think he's an entertaining guy. He has to have people around him to be entertaining. And Brick Baby was really entertaining. And I think that show has really suffered. I think they've realized that Brick Baby was the glue to that show in terms of the entertainment factor. Brick Baby and Sharp, the guy that like the raspy voice guy. So just to answer your question, 23 Savage, I've watched No Jumper a bunch, but I don't know who's the Brandon on there. I don't know who's the Brandon on there. How did you come to the conclusion to move to Chile? Jason's asking me. Just kind of mulling over just America in general, just a lot of things, and that I can work anywhere in the world, and so I'm like, I'm not chained to being in a corporate job or anything like that. I have a business in California still that is just running just fine without me, and it always has. When I was in California at my ranch, I was always at my ranch. I barely went out for appointments. And then towards the end, when I knew I was moving, I trained one of my trusted guys, two of them, to go on appointments for me, because that was the only thing that I was still doing in my business. And so they still go on appointments for me, and they report back on bids. And I do bids from over here, and I send the bids back to them. I pay them a little more to go through the process of being in sales for my company. And things are just going the same. So I'm really fortunate for that. So, and then the thing is though, with California, you know what I noticed though is like a lot of businesses were going out of business or downsizing, and I'm like, in my industry, it's like, man, I mean, I need people working in offices for me to make money. And it's like I can see in 5 years most offices being completely empty, like AI just completely taken over, unfortunately, which sucks. But you got that. And then also my other reason for my move is that your name has to be like Oscar Mayer or Jimmy Dean to sell pork in America. Like there's no you can't be a mom and pop pork baron in America. Like you can't just sell pork to restaurants or fast food spots or supermarkets. It's like pretty much not allowed. The FDA regulations on selling meat are so bad that it's just like, well, if you want to sell meat, you gotta leave the country. And then the funny thing is that America buys up like 80% of the pork and the beef that you eat in America comes from other countries, and mostly it comes from mostly South America. So I'm actually moving to the place that provides the beef and the pork for America. You know what I mean? And people aren't thinking like that. I mean, don't you realize that there's no farms anymore that are high productive farms? Even Jimmy Dean and Oscar Mayer have subcontractors in other countries, raising beef, raising pork, and they ship it to America because the regulations are so bad. You know what I mean? So that was a major reason, because my farm was growing. In addition to us eating our own pork, we were providing for families around us. And, it got to the point where if the government found out how much pork we were selling to other people, I would have 6-7 figure fines. And I didn't want that to happen, because they allow you to, they won't tell you that they found out that you're selling pork. They allow you to run up invoices, run up businesses, and let you sell this stuff for like 2 or 3 years before they come in and say, oh, Mr. Theyre, I noticed that, we had a report that you've been selling pork to people, and we're going to do an internal investigation into your farm and everything like that. And whatever it is that we find and see how much pork you've been selling to folks, we're going to fine you based on what we find. You know what I mean? And then, bro, I could be selling, a couple $1 million worth of pork and beef, you know what I mean? Like over a 5-year span, you know what I mean? And shit, bro, I mean, that's crazy. They're gonna, I know a guy that lived near me that was doing Berkshire pigs, and it was in Ramona, California, and he has a big Instagram page, and he's like this artisan pig raiser, and he sells to local restaurants and stuff like that. But I think the FDA is allowing him to do this because they're gonna come knock on his door one day with the police and ask for, they're gonna have a warrant to check all of his records and who he's been selling pork to, and they're gonna do this big investigation on this guy, and they're gonna find out that he's been selling the small restaurants and stuff like that and making a profit, and they're gonna ask for all that money back and then some. And I didn't want to put my family in that position, So that's the biggest reason that I decided, you know what, now is the time to get out of California while they're allowing people to leave, because there's gonna come to a point when, and I'm gonna have to start having member streams about more in depth in this stuff that I've been, that I've studied, and my views on this stuff. I'm gonna start having member streams, because really a lot of this stuff you can't even talk openly about online in terms of your views, because the shit is so iron curtain in America, and the shit is so rough that they don't want this type of information coming out. I know I sound like we're like, oh, Theyre, come on, everybody knows. Okay, well, fine. Well, I just don't want, you know what I mean? I just want to talk about it a little bit more private. And also on my member streams too, I'm going to have devs of other projects coming on, folks from exchanges coming on and talking, or talk crypto, have interviews, talk about life. So I'm going to be doing a lot more streaming, guys. So get ready. I'm probably going to be streaming like 6 to 7 hours a day on here in different levels of my memberships. So get ready. Excuse me. Get ready for that. I'm just now, trying to figure that out right now. Samson says Boss Burger. 304, market cap 432. Samson says I bought 1,000 worth of candy. You're going around buying shit up. Trump has no clue what the hell he's doing, which is the problem. I hear you. Yes, says slow rugged by your girl. Happens all the time. One Way KR says, when do you think meme coins will start bouncing? I think when Trump announces everything, that he has a plan. Because right now, shit's not really gonna happen. Volume is dead everywhere. It's so dead, bro. There's nobody around. And then like with Boss Burger, look at Boss Burger. Boss Burger has real catalysts and real things happening. And as soon as that thing pumped, people took profits. People dumped. I mean, it's doing fine, but man, Boss Burger should be over $1 million market cap right now. You know what I mean? If this was a normal market, Boss Burger should be up right now. But it's just I gotta put my hoodie on. 1 second. 1 second. Put that shit on. Got cold really quick. Dental office needs to offer massages. I know. Shalonius, I'm telling you that. I love going to the dentist here, man. It's literally a bunch of Mexican supermodels. And one dude being like, yeah, I smashed everybody in here. Yeah, I really enjoyed my root canal. I hope you're right with Bird A, boss. 1 billion market cap is 2,000x from here. Absolutely. Absolutely. How soon the breakout for candy? I don't know. I have no idea. I missed the whole candy thing. Yeah, Van Hammer says she been scratching her flaps. Yeah, that masseuse, she was like this. She was doing this like, I was like, oh. Samson says, I guess from here on out, you should let all the massage therapists know to wash their hands. Yeah, bro. Yeah. It must be a language barrier, but bro, no, she came in here speaking broken like Chinese, like, but she's Mexican. She's like, oh, so sorry. I'm like, well, yo, you're Mexican. You're a little Mexican lady. Why are you talking like that? Do a phone massage? Yeah, dude. Someone clip it? Oh, okay, yeah. Price prediction. Yeah, I'll have my guys clip it. Price prediction for Toshi. I think Toshi's going to at least $1 billion market cap, guys. Toshi is in the cards. I mean, you gotta understand, base chain is gonna go so hard with retail. It's not even funny. They're gonna make it so easy to buy shit on base for retail. You gotta understand, Coinbase, they're not gonna be playing around, man. Alexander says, bro, come to the Midwest, Nebraska, the beef state. But bro, is anyone really making any money out there? Those farmers are getting crushed. You know what I mean? That's another thing, is that there's no profit here. As soon as you sell something, you get crushed. Do it on Telegram, my talks. Yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe. I don't know. You should look into Degen Arena GameFi token. They doing big things. All right, I'll look into that. These flies come out biting around here. Yep. Guess the sun went down already, huh? Oh, sun down. So, man, it's gonna be so sunny, and for the next few days. Smash likes, get to 30 likes. I know no one's here. Oh, you guys are here, but the YouTube and crypto, nobody's here, guys. That's why YouTubers they don't bother streaming right now. Thanks for the like. No. No, I'm do you think I'm trying to wake anybody up? I mean, I straight bounce from America. I mean, obviously I didn't stick around and evangelize about how our government's bullshit. I shared it with a couple people, and they're like, I don't know, bro, I like California. I'm like, well, bye. I was like, bye. Shalonius, where are you at? What part of the country are you at? I forgot. Are you in? You said you're in New Orleans or something. I'm gonna guess wrong. I mean, where'd you say where you were? Yeah, I'm not in California right now. He's like, you left California, but you looks like you're there. Oh, okay. You'll tell me on IG. Okay, cool. Jason Carnes, sorry, I can't do that, bro. I can't do that. Having a $20 Telegram group with what I'm trying to do is not good. It's a mess. Oregon? No, this isn't Oregon. No, this is Baja. I'm in Mexico. Yeah, anybody that wants to tell me what rate I should have for my Telegram group, it's obvious you're probably going to leave, and I'm okay with it. You know what I mean? I just can't. I can't have a $20 a month membership for my Telegram. I just can't do it. There's too much cost involved. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, bro, if it's $20, you know what messages I get? Theyre, why is your Telegram $20? Can you make it free, please? You know what I mean? It just keeps going. You know what I mean? And then it becomes Theyre, why are you not paying us $100 to be in your Telegram group? We're the ones in there in your Telegram group. You know, it's like it just gets worse and worse and worse. No, it'll be one soul. It's gonna be one soul. And if I don't care if there's two people in there, I'm fine with it. You know, but here's the thing: as my channel grows, there's going to be a lot of people coming in. There is already a lot of people in there, you know, and people. I mean, bro, if you're in crypto, one soul should not be a problem for you. If one soul is a problem for you, bro, get out of crypto because you don't have enough money to make any money in this anyway. You know what I mean? Yeah, sorry, Jason. I'm not attacking you or anything. I'm just saying, bro. I mean, man, a lot of work goes in that Telegram. I got Shawan in there working. I got, you know, I got a few folks in there that are in there facilitating, and it's just like you put it at $20, and you got these rival coins coming in, like people from rival coins. I don't have any rivals. I don't have any ops. This is crypto. We're here to make money for our families. I don't give a shit what coin you like or what coin you're a part of. But it just becomes this collegiate thing where it's like Birday is pumping. Oh, Birday is pumping. I should, let's all go in there and tell them that they suck and that so and so coin is the best. Well, how much is the membership? Oh, it's only $20. Oh yeah, we'll all go in. Yeah, let's get 12 of us in there. That's how that goes, But if it's one soul, they're like, oh shit, it's one soul. I'm all about pumping so and so coin or representing, but I'm not gonna go into Theyre's chat if it's one soul. You know what I mean? So really, you price people out, and it's for good reasons. There's a reason why the Ritz-Carlton, hotel is priced the way it is, and the Motel 6 is priced the way it is. It's because of the clientele that they expect and that they attract. I want the Theyre inner circle to have a bunch of whales in there. And you want them in there too. You want to be amongst people that have money. Why? Is because when I talk about a coin in there, or there's a coin that we decide is a really good coin to buy, that floor of that coin is gonna be so solid, and also the buys on that coin are gonna be so large that whatever you bought at, and whatever how much you have is gonna get elevated. It's gonna be more valuable. Your little $500 buy is gonna go crazy when in a coin that we like, when a bunch of whales in there are doing 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, $50,000 buys over time, in the coin that you're in, you're gonna make a killing. So I don't think you're thinking, Jason, because you don't want to be in a group with a bunch of people that can barely afford to trade crypto, because one, they're going to be dumping on you all the time. You ever think of that? You ever think that a $20 membership wouldn't attract guys to just come in and ride my picks and just dump on everybody? Right, Super Manson? Yeah, it's the best move I can make. It's an exclusive group. It's not for everybody. I have a YouTube channel. It's free for you to subscribe to and to see my live streams and my videos. And I mean, I'll have a membership side to this, but that's just going to be fun. It's not going to be most of my channel on the member side. That's not going to happen. And then you got, what else you got? I know I'm forgetting something. But there's a couple of ways to see me for free. But, if I'm going to be rapping and talking about my insights on things in the moment, I'm sorry, but, and also give you coins that I know I have insider information on, that's going to pump the coin. Bro, it has to be one soul. I'm sorry, It has to be one soul. You know what I mean? It has to be one soul. It's just better business, I'm telling you guys. I've been in business for myself for almost 20 years now, and you get what you pay for. You really get what you pay for. If you're going to cut corners, or you're going to have, a membership price that allows riffraff to come in and stuff. I thought the $20. Well, let me finish my thought. But if you're gonna have that type of, low price, man, there's gonna be people. It's gonna feel like a Greyhound bus in there. I don't want you to be in my inner circle and be rubbing up against like ex-cons and people that don't shower, or people that are on desperate times, and you're sitting on this Greyhound bus that smells like pee. You know what I mean? And, it's overcrowded. There's no air conditioning on the bus. It's just like people are farting. People are screaming, getting into fights. Some guy next to you is drinking heavy and peeing on himself. And like, I don't, you know what I mean? I don't want the inner circle to be to feel like a Greyhound bus to New York City, or like the Fung Hua bus. Anyone been on the Fung Hua bus? That was classic. When I was in college, I used to take the Fung Hua bus out of New York City to Boston to see my girlfriend. It's not my wife. To save money, sometimes I would take the Fung Hua bus instead of the the train. Um, and no, when did I? No, so I took the Fung Hua bus from Boston. I took it from Boston back to New York City when I was at the University of Rhode Island to do classes and stuff on some stuff I was interested in. But man, that Fung Hua bus was $10. It was $10, and it was the worst bus you can freaking be on, bro. You know what I mean? You know, and that's it, Jeremy. You don't pay. Yeah, we don't go to an accountant and expect them to work for free. We pay for their expertise. But also, it's the company that I'm attracting, right? I mean, there's going to be whales in my group here soon. There already are a couple whales, but there's going to be more. And you want to be in a room like that, guys, because the coins that they're buying, you're going to buy a little bit of and get rich off of, because they're sending the price so hard. You know what I mean? So like this is all strategic. This all makes sense. You know, to me at least. You know, but if you have like a free group, I mean, hey, no knocking any free groups out there. There's a lot of free groups out there that are really, really cool. But you don't want this transient group, you know what I mean? That's not making any money. And that's like dumping on each other and stuff. So it's going to take some time to develop. I'm patient. I go live every day. I produce content every day. I'm in there every day. I did like an hour and a half video chat in there, just shooting the shit. I'm in there every day. I respect the guys that are in there. They're smart. You know, my chat has got my inner circle has gotten so much more smart. You know, more degen, but in a calculated way. And it's really a nice room now. It's nobody just acting crazy and shit like that. You know what I mean? Shout out Seaside Heights. What's up, Green Tea? Yeah, I mean, Jeremy, you're in there. Green Tea's in there. Jason's in there. Yes is in there. You know, anyone else I miss is in there right now. And there's going to be more people coming in. You know what I mean? And yeah, I mean, one Sol, I don't think Sol is going to go up past $500 this bull run. And if it does, you're going to have plenty of money anyway, because a lot of our plays are going to be going through the roof, and you're going to have tons of $500 won't mean anything to you then. You know what I mean? Just like $100 isn't that big of a deal to you now. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. I mean, I'm pumped. I'm pumped because this is like the calm before the storm. Oh, look, the sun is coming out. Oh, hi. This is the calm before the storm, guys. I really think Trump is going to come out and oh, you're laughing out loud. I don't want to miss anything. That's why I bought candy and got back into Boss Burger. Yeah, man. Lost girl made woman. Blessings. Hey. Yeah, see, user. I'm gonna call you user one now, or your other name. But Lost girl made woman is in the group, and we were talking today, and everybody in there is in different points of their crypto journey, and you know, I mean, I don't know. I'm not doing a Discord. I mean, this Telegram is all that I got. I'm not gonna tell you to go buy a Discord or go buy something else. I mean, I'm just focusing on this, you know, and so, you know what I mean? Angel Ruiz, how are you this evening? How are you, my love? Good to see you. If you can't use the inner circle to pay for its costs, you aren't trading crypto correctly. Exactly, guys. I mean, you had to have made $100, you know, in the month, right? I mean, there's no way you're like not making that, you know. But you know, I mean, it is what it is. And Jason was the one that asked the question: There's no reason for, I'm not upset with him or anything. It was a really good question, and I'll continue to answer the question that way. This is an elite group that I'm building. This is an elite group that I'm building. In fact, I'm attracting whales right now. I got a guy that helps out new coins, is telling me that there's a couple of whales that want to get in my group, and they want to know how to get in the group. And I was like, wow, I'm starting to get people that want to be in here, that want to see what's going on behind closed doors with us. And that's a really, really, really good thing. It's a really good thing. They don't want to see, these whales don't want to be on a Greyhound bus. You know what I mean? They want to be riding first class or private jet. And this isn't $1,000 a month type of membership. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm pricing. I'm really like asking. I'm not. I want to pay Shawan. I want to get some better bots in there, and I want people to feel that they're in this group. They're in a elite group that they're gonna get a lot of value out of, and so I'm proud of it. I really am. I'm really, really proud of it. I'm happy that it is where it's at, and I got 73 members in there right now. I expect that to probably cut in half, because half of those people are from the previous membership structure, so they have a couple of days to renew, and I don't expect them to be there. And you know what? I mean, I'm not knocking anybody, but some of those people you don't want to be there. Some of those people, you probably can think of a few if you've been in the inner circle that have been in this group the past month for $20 a month, and they're like Greyhound bus people. They're people that if you're going somewhere special or you're doing something big, you're not going to see those types of people in where you're at. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, there's a certain type of person that you see on the way up to doing very well in life, and they're not those types of people that aren't going to renew the inner circle membership. You're just not going to see those types of people on your crypto journey to millions of dollars. You know what I mean? So yeah, so there you go on that, and it's a really, 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 really good thing. It really is. It's a really good thing. It's really nice to have Jason and Hussein and Victor and guys in there, that Rebbe and all you guys, man. It's really nice to have you guys in there. And then we're gonna get some like really quiet, whale type figures, guys with millions of dollars coming in, and they're just gonna be like, I think the picks that we do are gonna have a lot of juice in the coming months. You wait. Like you thought Boss Burgers and you thought Birday was something crazy, or you thought Ann Wu was something crazy. Just wait when we pick a coin and we all get in on the floor, and then a whale does his like $50,000 buy, and all these things like that, and we start sending coins from under 100K to 5 million in a couple of days. We did that with Birday organically, but I think we're going to be doing it a lot more in the coming months before the parabolic stage actually hits. And then we're going to be doing it a lot also, guys. We're going to be doing it a lot during the bear market. The bear market, not only is a SOL going to be very, very low, so you'll be fine. It's not going to be a big deal in the bear market. But in the bear market, we're going to be, that's when like the dog with hats and the Pepes at their early stages get bored. They get made. And we'll be able to get in on these coins really early and encourage each other to hold them and watch them grow. And I think that's when a lot of people are going to turn into millionaires. It's not going to be in the parabolic stage of the bull run. It's going to be in the quiet times of the bear market, so, and that's why I like these times right now with what's going on with the current stage we're at in the bull run. It feels like a bear market You're able to get in on the lows on a lot of coins, and that's a really, really good thing. That's not a bad thing. That's a really, really good thing. You're doing the work. You're here. That's half the battle, because there's a lot of people that got out of crypto and they're waiting for some confirmation that crypto's doing well again. And with confirmation comes high prices, right? Comes local tops, and they're going to come in, and after the fact, after these pumps, after we've already taken profit on a lot of these coins, and they're going to buy the tops, or buy our bags. And that's not the type of investor you want to be. You know what I mean? You don't want to be those guys. You really don't. You don't want to be those guys. What's up, Frankie? Says, especially with things that are going on right now. Yeah. What about investing in Lockheed? Frankie's out here buying missile contracts. He's getting in on these missile contracts. Yeah. So, David. Oh, where'd he go? Oh. I know that no one's denying that. Oh yeah, no, no. I'm not saying anyone's getting on me about the price of my Telegram group. I don't know. And honestly, you know who told me to just put it at one soul? Some really people that I respect, folks that I respect, and that have been through many cycles and understand this market and understand the value that I'm bringing, and they said, dude, stop giving these like bus ticket type of prices. All you're gonna do is get shitty people in there, and you're gonna lose what you've built. They're gonna eat away at it. You just get put it at one soul. Get some good people in there that are gonna respect your inner circle, and then that'll attract big whales to get in there along with you guys, and you're gonna have one of the most powerful groups to ever exist. And oh, okay, cool, Samson. And everyone's gonna thank you for having the foresight. You know what I mean? So Remix 40, I don't know if you're in the inner circle. Go ahead and get in there, guys. There's 34 people watching. There is a link in my description of Telegram. Not Telegram, of my YouTube channel. It's in the channel description. Is the Theyre Degen bot, and that's my Telegram group, my inner circle. That's the link, and all you gotta do is just put in one soul into the bot, and you're in. And so, you know what I mean? I hope to see you there. Oh, thanks, Shawan. Thank you, buddy. So sorry I was so late today, Shawan. Shawan messages me on Telegram. Shawan messages me, and he's like, Theyre, are you okay? Are you up from your nap? Like, it's 6:00. And I was like, oh man, So I was like, man, like this is, I can't believe I slept this long. So it's really, really nice. Toshi price prediction. Whatever the price is gonna be at a $1 billion market cap. I think it could go maybe even to a 10. I mean, Toshi is the main meme on base chain, and I think Scott Armstrong or Brian Armstrong. I think Brian Armstrong and company over there at Coinbase is going to be pushing base memes and base everything to retail. I think base is going to be just a retail juggernaut, bro. They're going to make that so easy for retail to get in. And where they make it easy, that's where all the money is at. So I think a lot of retail is going to come in and buy Toshi. I think they're going to come in and buy Aerodrome and like all of these base coins, you know? So wow, it's 11 o'clock in Boston. Shout out Boston. Shout out Alston. Shout out Linden Street over by between Brookline and Harvard Square. Your boy Theyre live there. Shout out Yisun Bakery right there. Shout out Spike's Hot Dogs. Love Boston. I got married in Boston. I love that city. I haven't been there in a long time now, but I love that city. Got married there. Toshi says Aerodrome and Rob Banks are the best coins on base. What the hell is Rob Banks? What the? I'll have to check that out. Samson, if you're not, are you in the inner circle? Yeah, Roxbury Crossing. Shout out Mission Hill, Sachem Street. Shout out Sachem Street. Shout out the 66 bus. I used to ride the 66 bus through Alston all the time. Shout out to Beeline, going through Boston, through BU. Shout out Steve's Pizza over there on shit. Where was that at? No, it wasn't Copley Square. It was oh shit. I haven't been there in so long, guys. I can't believe I'm shouting out all these places. I still remember them. I was there when I was like freaking, I think I was 19, 20 years old. You know, I was there, you know, I just graduated college. And yeah, man. Yep. Time goes by fast, guys. Time goes by fast. Make sure you're doing everything you can for your family. Make sure, you know, you're putting in the work, but you're also enjoying life, you know. Remix says, how much is a soul? Bro, my soul is worth a lot. Don't know if I can afford the price of my soul. Yeah, man, you just got to give up your soul to be at the inner circle. It's no big deal. No, one soul, one Solana. So I think it's like $140 right now. You know. But, yeah, guys. Samson says they got a new financial district called the Seaport in Boston. If you have a visit, check it out. Yeah, I wish I can go back. I was thinking about going back before I came down to Baja and then on my way to South America, but there's just not enough time. It's not enough time, man. You know? Maybe one day we'll have you know, a crypto summit or something, and I'll pick a city or a crypto meetup, and we all go to that city. Yeah, I plan on going to a lot of. Once I get settled in South America, I'm gonna be at so many conventions, or like big, like, you know, like Bitcoin conferences and Dubai, the Token 2029 stuff. Zaddy says, don't ever come back and take the the MBTA in Boston straight garbage. I know. Bro, the Roxbury Crossing stop was always just the shittiest stop. But it's on a different side. It was like the orange line. It was always on the different side of Mission Hill. It was on like the dirty side. It's funny how Mission Hill, like, it has like a couple of streets that's Mission Hill, like Sachem Street. I forget what other streets there were, but just like 2 blocks over You're like in the hood. You're like in Roxbury Crossing. You know what I mean? It would be cool. All right, nice. Zaddy said I made a lot of money at Roxbury Crossing, Mission Hill all day. Oh man, I don't know. I don't. You're selling. What are you selling to the college kids? You know, because that's Northeastern kids over there in Tufts University. You got Tufts right there. What else you got? You got so. If you're a weed dealer, you're making bank in Boston. Because I don't think, because you got a bunch of universities that are right around each other. You got Boston University, you got Tufts, you got Northeastern, you got Boston. Did I say Boston University? Boston College is nowhere near those areas, but what else you got? I'm missing. I'm not thinking of a couple. Oh, you got Emerson. You got Emerson right there by Newberry Street. Shout out Newberry Street. And you know, you got like 5 or 6 schools, man. If you're a weed dealer, you're making a freaking killing, bro. 90s era Theyre, bro. Zaddy, I know what I'm talking about, bro. I know. I lived it. I got married in Boston, bro. I got married at the courthouse with my immediate family, and the next day I moved to Chicago. Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. I mean, I've turned out I've lived a pretty good life so far. Not gonna lie to you. Yeah, Berkeley. Yeah, don't forget about Berkeley. Yeah, Berkeley College of Music. Man, if you're a weed dealer like Zaddy, you're cleaning up, bro. You're crushing it. You're crushing it. I'm not saying you sell weed. What do you sell, Xannies, or what is your drug of choice? What's for sale out there? Yeah, man, Zaddy. Oh! You got MIT. I forgot. You got MIT, right in Cambridge area. You got MIT. You got Harvard, of course. You got Harvard. So you got like 7, 8 schools that you can just sling illegal substances to all day long. All day long. All those kids got daddy's money, mommy's money, and yeah, they're just buying that shit up. I know Zaddy is just. I'm sure he's got a name out there. Actually, they're like, oh yeah, we know Zaddy. Oh yeah. I went to a Harvard college party once, and I swear to God, I feel like it was during when Zuckerberg was there. But I don't know if he was at that party, but you know, the leaders of tomorrow were definitely at the party I was at. Because when I was in college, Facebook was just starting out. My wife was one of the first people on Facebook. You know that? And then she helped. She was a graphic designer, and she was helping this guy that was in the early stages of Facebook with Zuck. He started a social site called "Is That a Moose?" Look it up. It's probably in the history books, but it's not. I don't think it's a social site anymore. But my wife did graphic design for. It was a social media site called "Is That a Moose?" and it was about moms connecting online about, you know, shopping tips and like sewing and anything that has to do with a mom. You know, it didn't take off, but yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I'll be in the inner circle, hanging out a little bit tonight. So yeah, guys, it's very quiet. It's eerie, right? There's nothing going on in the crypto market. I'm still wearing my sunglasses, but yeah, it's not a bad idea. I know it was a sick idea at the time, but it just never took off. I think the dude had issues with partners or something like that. But bro, that was back when Napster was big. I used to have all my music on Napster, and I used to have a lot of my music on LimeWire. Bro, that was a different time. I am 41 years old, guys. That was a different time. I feel like I'm talking like how I used to think the 80s were when I was a kid. Be like, wow, the 80s, wow, you know. That, I mean, now it's the early 2000s. and the late 90s. It's like, wow, you lived during that time? So it's interesting, guys. But hey, I'm going to get out of here. It's been real. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be in the inner circle, link in my description. I think I got a video coming out tomorrow too. And guys, have a great night. Green tea's a 90s baby? Yeah, man. Check out and review Banks on Base. I will take a look at that. Green tea, Chelonius, yes. Jason Carnes, Jeremy. Who else? These guys? Spike. Hey, Spike, how you doing? Remix, Zaddy, One Way KR, Jeffrey Bolonios. Good to see you. Manuel, Frankie, Sean Jelly, Janver, Mr. Eagle. All you guys, man. Thanks so much. TK, have a great night. It's